Alright guys, so here we are at the beginning of Conquer the Coast 2019, and as you can tell, it was a really good turnout this year with over 1,600 cyclists showing up today. It was really exciting to see so many other cyclists show up, as this was only my first really big group ride and it was only my second group ride altogether. So that's me straight ahead in the black and green kit. I'm riding the white and red bike, and just ahead of me is my buddy Carlos in the yellow. He's the most experienced of our group. He's done this ride a few times. And the guy filming is my buddy Ken, and he's a fairly new rider like myself. We both started riding earlier this year, and we've been training for this ride for about the past 6 months or so. Needless to say, we were pretty damn stoked.
Alright, all you awesome riders for the Cheniere 66-mile route 2019 Conquer the Coast presented by HED. This is all of the remaining Cheniere 66-mile riders.
Alright, so just some quick fun facts about my team and I. We call ourselves the Rolling Hodors.
Hodor!
And we're most known for telling bad jokes.
Are we there yet? This is a what was I thinking moment.
So it wasn't long before we came up to our first climb at the Harbor Bridge, and I was really stoked to see what the views were going to look like at the top of this bridge, so I just set it in granny gear and I kept on climbing. Once we reached the peak of this epic climb, I took a quick moment to soak it all in, then I prepared myself for this epic descent. And let me tell you guys, this drop was sweet. So sweet, in fact, that somewhere along the way, I even started to make this noise. After the Harbor Bridge, things flattened out for a few miles, but before we knew it, we came up to another nice bridge and another nice climb. So the guy charging up this bridge right in front of me in the red is my buddy Ken, aka Life Starts Win. Definitely go check out his coverage of this ride and also give him a follow. I'll link his YouTube channel in the descriptions box down below.
This one feels a little steeper than the last.
After a while, we decided to stop at a water station and take some time to refuel and to regroup. What is up, guys? So, quick update, we're at mile 15. We made a little dent in this ride, but we still got a long way to go. Unfortunately, my buddy Carlos got a flat, so we're waiting on him to patch that up and then catch up with us. So in the meantime, we're just gonna grab some water, maybe fuel up a little bit, and then get back in the road, and I'll catch up with you guys soon. Hodor!
Then I couldn't get the tire off. I'm pissed.
So after staying at that water station for a little while, we definitely had some ground to make up, so we decided to just get after it and get to the ferry as fast as we could. The main reason being is there is a cutoff time to board the ferry, and we just didn't want to cut it too close. So quick fun fact about this ride. We crossed 4 bridges total. 2 of those bridges were in the first 15 miles of this ride. The third bridge landed somewhere between mile 15 and mile 27. I'm not sure where exactly it fell, but that bridge wasn't so bad. The last bridge, and the gnarliest of all the bridges in my opinion, was somewhere in the last quarter of this ride. And it was not the longest bridge, but it was definitely the steepest, and it was towards the end of the ride, so it was pretty tough, but it was definitely fun nonetheless. Oh, what is up guys? So we were at mile 27, so you can see I'm just stepping off of the ferry in Port Aransas. You alright, homie?
Yeah.
Good?
Oh, yeah.
It's been you, homie Rudy, over here for the vlog. Homie Carlos.
What up?
We got about 30 miles to go, and I'll see you guys at the next stop. So we're here at mile 47, and everybody's just getting their last sips of water, their last little bites to eat. It's only 19 miles to the finish, so we're gonna crank this out, try to finish up strong. Feeling pretty good so far. Hopefully the next time I see you guys, we'll be at the finish line. So yeah, let's do this.
This is Joe cramping up.
You need the medic or you good?
No, I'm good.
You want the water dog on you?
Super dramatic. Maybe on my head, dude. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Oh, man.
So after a steep climb up the JFK causeway, I was starting to cramp up a little bit, but luckily this aid station was only 8 miles down the road. So I just rehydrated, I stretched it out a little bit, then I got back in the saddle for the final push. So the next 5 miles or so looked a lot like this, just flat open roads with the wind in my face and the ocean by my side. But it wasn't long before we were back on the Corpus shoreline for the final stretch. By the time I crossed that finish line, I was absolutely toast. I couldn't wait to grab my medal, and I couldn't wait to take some pics with my friends, but to be completely honest, I was absolutely cooked, and all I really wanted in that moment was a nice cold beer. So after catching up with my friends and grabbing my medal, I took a nice scenic cruise down the beach back to my hotel room and just spent the rest of the day hanging out and chilling by the ocean. What's up guys? I didn't get to talk to you guys right after the race because I was really worn out. Now I'm kind of recovered, and I can give you guys my final thoughts on the race. To be quite honest guys, the ride itself, it was grueling, it was intense, it was challenging. I'd say there's only 4 main climbs, and 2 of those weren't so bad. The Harbor Bridge, of course, being the first one, and then the last bridge we went over, I don't recall the name of it, but those 2 bridges were pretty grueling going up. Going down obviously was super fun, but in between it was a lot of flat. And the flat kind of gave me some time to kind of recalibrate, kind of fall into a rhythm, and to kind of prepare for the next climb, but also just prepare for the long ride ahead. You know, I got a chance to settle in and just get a good rhythm most of the ride. As far as this ride being organized, it was extremely well organized, guys. There was a stop, I believe, about every 8 to 12 miles. So the aid stations were really well prepared. There was a ton of food, there was a ton of water. Every time we stopped, in most cases, all I had to do was just like empty my water bottle and hand it to someone, and they would bring it back full of water for me. So that was definitely a plus. But other than that, guys, like I said, the climbs were epic, the views were epic. There was always a beach and sunshine nearby. The winds that I was really concerned about weren't as much of a factor as I thought they were going to be. Just being on flat, smooth ground for that long actually felt really good. And I can't mention this ride without talking about the other riders that showed up, and the opportunity that I had to meet other more experienced riders and make a few friendships. And so it was a great opportunity in the social aspect. And also, you got to keep in mind, Corpus is not a really big city. So if you're in Corpus for this event during this particular weekend, chances are you're going to meet people who are doing the event all over town. If you like big challenging rides, if you like endurance rides, if you're a fan of the beach, if you're nearby in Texas and it's not too far of a drive for you, I definitely recommend just taking the trip. So to wrap this up, guys, I want to say thank you guys for joining me for Conquer the Coast 2019. I hope to see you out there next year, and stay stoked. Peace.